having a pet or a puppy, a dog, the first thing you want to do, of course, is to train it. It can make your life so much easier, but also it can actually prolong your pet's life and actually help out with the safety. Animal specialist, animal behaviorist Wendy Ma joins us this morning with tips on how to train your dogs and tell us exactly how that can happen, how our puppies and dogs can actually live longer if they have the proper training. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
Okay, so I mean, one of the main things, of course, when you're training a dog is they are taught to potentially not eat things that they shouldn't be eating, right? So what are things that typically dogs can get into?
Oh, they get into everything. They get into people's medication, they get into rocks and string and leaves, everything that you can think of. So people really need to puppy-proof their house just like they would child-proof their house. Mm-hmm. But dogs, they don't come equipped knowing that these things you can eat and these things you shouldn't. So people really do need to teach them.
And that can be taught.
Yes.
How is that taught?
Well, for me, what I do is...
Ooh, Brody's already getting excited.
So, here's a piece of lamb. Brody, off. Good boy, take it.
Oh.
So I do this in the hand because I can control this first. Brody, off. Oh. Take it. And I'm not pulling it away. He's removing himself. So if I put it off, off. Good boy. See how he looked at me for permission, and then I gave it to him. So it's not about you can't have, stop, 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 stop.
Right.
It's about if you listen to me, you can get more. Right. So I'm using something edible that's safe for him so he can learn this, so that if it were something not, off. Okay? So if this were medication, off. Good boy, yes. Yes, good boy. Now, I brought something safe. It's just some fish oil. So if he grabbed it, it wouldn't hurt him, but it looks like medication.
Right. Potentially something that could be deadly.
Exactly. Off.
Wow.
Now, this could be your medicine container. Mm-hmm. And dogs can chomp easily through a plastic medicine container. So you want them to learn everything, everything. Don't touch, and if you don't touch, it's more beneficial to you. He loves popcorn. Off.
Oh, he's so excited.
Brody, off.
Good boy. He's off,
Good.
but also he's like I'm off, but I'm close to it.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
But he didn't go straight for ripping it up.
No, totally. And when you said off, he did back up. So that's so crazy. My dogs, I grew up with dogs. I always thought they were so well trained. I know for a fact this is a skill they weren't taught, but this can really be life-saving, especially if you do drop, you know, like you were saying, medication. They go right for it when they see something fall out of your hand.
Absolutely. You know, our society right now, our community, we have a lot of kupuna, older people. There's a lot of medication around the houses these days. And the dogs are around grandma and grandpa, and they drop things. And they don't realize it. If the dog just walks by and grabs it, and it's, say, I don't know, high blood pressure medication, your dog could be seriously ill.
Oh, no.
You know, or potentially die from this. So if they learn that if there's something on the ground, may I have, please? Look at you. Oh, what are you? What is this? And you look. Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, and they're getting your permission. It's so interesting. So I've never seen this behavior, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen someone at least even talk about this type of training. How long does that type of behavior, how long does it take to teach?
You know, initially, it doesn't take very long at all, literally minutes, but it's not a habit, and you really need a habit. Now, you saw that I had to ask Brody a couple times here because we've never practiced in, say, this setting, but at home, he's like spot on. So you have to practice in a lot of different areas many, many times before it's such a habit. If I drop something, he just automatically steps away, and he goes, why did I do that? His body responds before the brain knows why. That's what I call a habit.
Okay.
Most people only train to the point where a dog is thinking, I want that. What do I do? I think I should, maybe not. That's not a habit. That's still learning and a thinking process.
Okay, and is it true that a specific breed might be better at this? Are they smarter, or is this
Everybody wants to know, what's the smartest breed, because they want that one. And it all depends on what you're trying to teach it.
Okay.
If you have a very food-motivated dog, a breed like a beagle, teaching them not to touch food that they really, really want may be a lot harder and take a little longer to teach than if you, say, had a sight hound, like an Afghan hound, who says, well, food's all right, I have other things to do. They might pick this up a lot quicker because they're not as motivated.
Okay.
It doesn't make one smarter or dumber, because a beagle doesn't make a very good sight hound.
Right, right.
And a sight hound doesn't make a very good beagle. They all excel in different things. So I don't really care for when people ask me what's the smartest breed. It just depends on what you're trying to teach it.
Right, that makes so much sense. But hey, again, this is a skill that a lot of dogs should learn and
Absolutely.
should all know.
They should all have this in their repertoire.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you so much, Wendy,
You're
for
very
joining us.
welcome.
And thank you so much, Brody. You're such a good boy. All right, coming up next.